Welcome back to yet another War of the Visions video. This time we're tackling vision cards, and this time we're going over the rarity of R and SR cards. Now these cards are often looked over by a lot of players, and they shouldn't be, because these cards do very specific things and they do them incredibly well. So if you want to see this information, stick around, that's going to be in here. Thank you guys for the support. If you want to see continued information on War of the Visions and FFBE, go ahead, hit that subscription button, notification bell on, so you get notified when the content is released. And if you do end up liking the content in here, leave a like and a comment down below about which card was your favorite in the video. It definitely helps out on a small channel, especially like this one that we have here. So let's get into it. The first card, actually, I know you all have because you all start with it. It's actually extremely powerful. It's the Cactus card. It's Cactuar. Cactuar is actually really good. So Cactuar does give you agility up. And agility is the best stat in the game. You guys are going to be using agility more and more as your characters grow stronger, as you get into harder battles, and as you start putting together a real team composition. The game's only like a week old at this point, and not a lot of players are able to just do a full composition of making a party do a specific thing. But Cactuar, once maxed out, and he's only an SR card, so is not that hard to do. You can get up to 12% agility for the equipped player, which is a huge deal. And the only downside is you lose 5 defense. So you can take a little bit more damage from physical attacks. The party ability, also once maxed out, is going to give you +9 crit to your whole party. This isn't the most amazing thing ever, but the plus side is that there's not very many party ability cards that you're going to be equipping for critical hit rate up. So you're going to be able to make someone even faster and then give them critical hit rate up for yourself as well as everyone else on the party too. So this is a very easy card to slot in, put it on like a support, put it on a damage dealer, put it on whoever you want to go really fast. And you're going to see huge gains. You definitely want as much agility as possible on most characters. It's going to allow you to take more turns than your enemy in both PvE and PvP, and it's going to do incredible things for you. So definitely start working on your Cactuar. He's going to be along the ride in FFB with you for a very long time. So definitely level up the Cactuar. Now going into rarity rare, actually, we have a couple of things to talk about here. The first one is actually Hourne Castle. So Hourne Castle, being rarity R, is often just thrown away and looked over by a lot of players, but this card is extremely powerful. If you want to hit really hard with physical attacks, this is the card for you to be working on. And it's not that hard to be working on. So once you start pulling for your first character, you'll probably end up getting a bunch of Hourne Castles. You'll be able to LB it to its maximum level it up, and it's going to give you +30% attack to whoever has the card equipped. So this is a very selfish card because the party ability on it isn't that good. Maxed out, it's going to give you 4 slashing attack resistance to your party. Not that big of a deal. The party ability on this thing, flat out, no lie, is trash. But the ability of whoever has it equipped, 30% attack, is crazy good. And because this is the ability for whoever has it equipped, it does stack with attack percent party ability cards. So if you have something that we talked about before in the other tier list video, something like a Freet maxed out, or something like Oath of Love on your party, this 30% attack buff for whoever has the card equipped is going to stack with that party ability. So if you have a maxed Freet in the future, you can put 80% attack on a character with this card plus a Freet. It's incredibly powerful. It's a selfish card, but you can build around a card like this in your party, and you're going to be using it for a long time. The only other kind of effect you're going to have over this on a physical damage dealer for a while, you might want to just put more agility on them, so they can hit a little bit softer, but be even faster when they go in there for that damage. So Hourne Castle is definitely something you guys should be looking at. Definitely. Now, the next 2 cards are going to be something that are very similar in power level, but one is better than the other. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the better one. This is Leona's Castle. So Leona's Castle is a very simple thing and is also rarity R. Leona's Castle gives whoever has it equipped some extra defense and extra spirit. This is often looked over, and we will be covering this in a future video about how strong defense and spirit actually are, why you guys are taking so much damage and getting like absolutely just decimated and destroyed in one shot in PvP. It's because characters have innate 0 defense and 0 spirit, no matter who they are, whether they're a tank, they're a healer, magic damage dealer, physical damage dealer. Everyone has innately 0 defense and 0 spirit, which means you're not mitigating the damage coming at you outside of the base resistances, right? Maybe your resistance to slashing damage or whatever, by any amount of defense and spirit. The reason that tanks start getting tankier than other characters is because on their job board, they actually have nodes that give +2 defense. You know, maybe they have a spirit node. Some healers may have some spirit nodes. So that's where you're getting your defense and spirit from. This card, Hourne Castle, once maxed out, gives the equipped character +15 defense, +15 spirit. So TLDR, this card alone is going to start mitigating damage by 15% if you have no other defense and spirit on your character whatsoever. So you put this on whoever you want to just make tankier against all damage types. Physical damage, magic damage, it's going to make you tankier against all that stuff. Very strong card. And if you're looking for a tank build right now, maybe in PvP, where you don't want to use Oath of Love, where you don't really care about the provoke effect, the taunt effect, the enmity generation from Oath of Love, maybe in real-time PvP, you're doing that. You can throw this on someone like Idlebert and get your defense and spirit with no gear on whatsoever so high. I think he'll have like almost like 42 defense or something on Idlebert. That's insane. You're almost cutting the physical damage you're taking on Idlebert in real-time PvP by 50%. It's absolutely banana sandwich, and you will going to have that spirit up as well to cut that magic damage. The party ability on this is very similar to Cactuar's. It gives critical rate up to your party, so you can make, you know, someone tankier and give your party a little bit of crit there. Now, the secondary card that is a worse version of this is actually Wizard Castle. Wizard Castle is worse because it just goes up to max of 10 defense and max of 10 spirit, and the party ability is a little worse too. It does give piercing resist up. You might find that okay against certain characters, right? Some sort of spear user in the future, but it's only a maximum of 4 piercing attack resistance, so not that big of a deal. The reason that Wizard Castle is mentioned is that if you are looking for some defense and spirit up vision cards to be using in your party for whatever reason, just making your characters tankier innately in PvP or in PvE, you cannot use 2 of the same card in this game. So you're going to have this as a secondary option for you to make characters tankier. So the big defense and spirit cards, Hourne Castle is definitely something that you might have an interest in. Anyway, I'm not going to say you are going to have an interest in, but you might have an interest in that card because that is going to allow you to tank so much extra damage in the long run. Now, the last card we're going to mention here is the SR card, Detective Leela. Great Detective Leela's card. This one is going to be mentioned here, not because it's absolutely insane, but it does give magic power up. It starts at +7% and it goes all the way up to +15% magic power up for your party ability here. So the only other thing that is in the game right now, I think there might be another card, but this one does 15% at max level. It also gives +25 max accuracy up for having it equipped to a character. So that's going to be something that you could also use in the future to counter some sort of evasion teams. Evasion teams are going to be something that you're going to be definitely having to deal with in the future. So this could be something that you could use it right now for the magic power up, and then in the future you could actually get some use out of the accuracy up if you're running into a bunch of evasion teams with the Detective Little Leela's card there as well. So hopefully you guys found this information great. If you want to see more stuff like this, you will definitely find it here on the channel. Like I said before, hit that subscription button to be notified of when the content does come out. Everything as far as interaction goes, let me know out of all of these cards we talked about, which one you didn't know was that strong. It's probably going to be the big old Hourne Castle 30% attack. That one's probably going to be worked on by a lot of people. Until then, guys, thank you for the support. Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Couldn't do it without you guys. Be safe out there. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.